Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm back here tonight with another requested reading, and this request is going to be between Rose and Lisa from Blackpink. Now, I have been doing quite a few readings on Blackpink lately, so yes, I am back here with another one of those tonight. So let's get into it. I have everything all shuffled out. Let me get all the cards laid out. And remember, as always, if you have any other requests, please feel free to drop a comment below and I will get that out for you as soon as I can. And I appreciate you doing that. It helps me continue to film, helps me continue to practice and work on my passion. And also, if you're interested in your own tarot reading, I do offer those for $5 to my Venmo or PayPal. I also do oracle readings, which personally, I love those a little bit more than tarot. And also, I can even do pendulum questions. And I've read over a dozen of my subscribers. I've gotten some pretty good feedback. So if it's something you wanted to check out for only $5, give me a go. I'd love to do it for you. If not, it's okay. Just watching the video, liking the video, commenting on the video is enough support, and I thank you with infinite gratitude. So, let me finish getting these laid out here. Almost there. Okay. It's a little messy, but who cares, right? All right, everything's laid out here. So what we will do first is we'll do one card on each of them and see where they are at energetically right now. And I am filming this July 3rd. It'll probably be a week or two, give or take, before you see this. But let's see where they are as of today. So we will do Rose on this side. I'm going to pick a card for her over here. And then we'll come over here for Lisa. And we'll see where each of them are at individually, and then we'll jump in. So I'm going to do this one right here. The Chariot. So, okay, for Rose, we pull the Chariot. Okay, so this is about someone who has ambition, someone who has direction, knows what they want, someone who's successful, someone who has self-discipline, very focused and determined energy is coming up for her. So that's where she's at. Let's come over here for Lisa. See where Lisa's at. Let's do this one. Okay, so for Lisa, a little bit different energy. So this is a Two of Swords. So this is like being stuck between choices, not really knowing which way to go. And coming to a crossroads with something. So that's coming up for her. Interesting. Okay. So let's see the energy between them now. All right. I'm just looking. Seeing what I'm pulled to. I'm going to do this one. We'll do two at a time. Okay, so we have the Ten of Pentacles first, which is basically just like abundance, having job security, long-term success and a strong foundation. And obviously I could feel like that is possible and, most likely the case. They are a very successful band. They have security, they have stability. They are very successful. So, yes. Let's get another one here. I'm going to do this one. But then we have this Five of Pentacles. And this is about loss. I can't remember. I feel like something like this might have came up in the band overall because I just read them. I posted that video of like the whole band, Blackpink as a whole. And I felt like there was something coming up with like a loss or like some kind of conflict. But, obviously I don't know every little thing of like what it could mean. But this Five of Pentacles is about loss. It could be financial, but it could just be loss in general. But with it being Pentacles, it could have to do with money, possibly. Some sort of money loss. So that's definitely coming up. And it's coming up between these two. But I swear, if I remember correctly, it was either a loss that came up within the band or it was like a conflict. I can't remember. I've been doing so many readings, so I do apologize. I can't keep up with everything that I'm reading. It's too overwhelming. I'm not going to remember everything. But yeah, it was one of the two. It could have even been both that was coming up with the band as a whole too. So it's interesting it's coming up between these two. Next one we have is the Four Cups. This could signify depression, missed opportunities, or feeling disconnected. Or maybe needing to reevaluate things. They need to reevaluate things as a whole. So, yeah. That could be coming up for them too. Just having to reevaluate, having to try to figure things out. There could be a little bit of disconnect in the blind spot too, and that Two of Swords with Lisa, could also like signify like a blind spot, because obviously the Two of Swords, she's blind, she's got that blindfold on, she can't see what's coming. So yeah, interesting. Let's keep going, see what else we get between Lisa and Rose. What else do we got? Strength card. So this is just showing that, they're both very strong individuals. They have confidence, they have courage, and they can overcome any obstacles, even if there's like obstacles between the two of them. Of course, I don't know, but anything. Honestly, anything. They would be able to, you can overcome it. You're strong, you're brave, you have the confidence. And that's just a reminder. Okay, next we have the Four of Swords. And this is about rest and contemplation. And just taking time out. And, this could be coming up because maybe it's something they need to do. Or maybe it's something they have just done. I think, I'm pretty sure my subby who had commented, which I hope you're my subscriber, but I know you had mentioned something with like the tour, like people weren't happy with the tour. So it sounds like they're probably going back on that, or maybe like they need to do this. Maybe they need to like rest and relax, or maybe it's something they've just done. I don't know, but that's what I read this Four of Swords as. It's just taking time out, resting, recuperating, rejuvenating, doing all those things to take care of yourself. Self-care and, rest is very important, especially, for people like them, because they're doing these concerts or doing these tours. I bet they're probably on the road a lot. There's probably just a lot of things going on. They're very busy, and, taking that time out is very, very important. So next we have a Judgment card. So with a Judgment card, with this, I'm almost kind of thinking there could be some issues coming up, within the relationship. And it might really test the strength of their relationship. Not sure what that is, but that's what I feel with this. So, yeah. Guess we'll see what happens with that. All right, let's keep going. It's interesting. So I think you had mentioned too about how these two have butt heads in the past. There's been some issues between them. And then seeing this, I wonder too, because, this represents like dishonesty, trickery, scheming, lying. Yeah, one of them, I don't know if it's one or both, but there might be like a little slyness. Or like one of them might be like a little gossipy towards the other, person. I don't know if it's like Lisa doing it to her, or if it's Rose doing it to her, or it's both. Maybe it's kind of coming out on both of them. But yeah. Yeah, a little petty. A little petty Betty is what I feel. And like, enemies masquerading as friends. Like, I don't know, maybe deep down they really don't like each other and they're just pretending. I don't know. What do you think? It's interesting. Let's keep going. Let's see what else comes up. Alright, so we have the Seven of Cups. It's about endless opportunities, endless choices. Okay. Trying to really think about this, see what's coming to me. So, with the Seven of Cups, this could be signifying, between the two of them, it's almost like it's an illusion. It's like it's not what it seems, or it's just unrealistic. Does that make sense? Yeah, choices, confusion. And it almost seems like it changes a lot. Like, I'm wondering, like, do these two go through, like, almost like a roller coaster? Like, 1 minute, like, they're okay. The next minute, they're butting heads. Then they're good again. And then it's just, like, this back and forth constantly. Because that's kind of what I'm feeling. It's kind of what I'm feeling between these two. I don't know. Again, let me know what you think. Continuing on. Yeah, so with this, I would just say, this represents, like, new opportunities. And I feel, like, given what they do, I would believe that there's kind of always new opportunities opening up for them. At least I would hope so, given what they do. Writing music and stuff. So, or new opportunities, just in life in general. I guess it doesn't even have to be within the band itself, but, maybe even between those two. Maybe it's between those two. All right, Ace of Cups. So, this talks about, joy, feelings, emotional awakenings, fulfillment. Yeah, so this is like a newness, like a new love, a new friendship. I'm not really sure. I mean, y'all might have to help me with that one, how that would coincide, because it's not really a new friendship between these two. Right? I mean, they've probably been friends for a little while, I'm guessing. Or at least as long as they've been working together. Or this could just, also, too, it could be just like personal growth, between each of them, and then the creative aspect as well. I don't know everything, Sometimes I get stuck, but do the best I can. Okay, so next we have the Eight of Wands. So this is like a quickly moving change, something quick. And it could be travel too, so yeah. I feel like that's definitely coming up for them. And then we'll do a couple more here. Justice. So yeah, the Justice card here, you know, represents upright attitude, transparency, fairness, integrity, taking accountability. So to me, this is just, I guess I'm reading it as, you know, it's like a necessity for these two to be honest with each other and balance all things, you know, for the best good, you know. All right, let's do 4 more here. So, 3 of Pentacles, King of Cups, the World, Queen of Wands. Okay, so first one we pulled there was the 3 of Pentacles, and you know, this to me is like the collab card. Working together, you know, doing business together, hanging out together, all those things, which obviously, you know, that does make sense. So we have that. And then the next one we have is the King of Cups. And this is about kindness and wisdom. And then, you know, with this too, like the creative endeavors, and obviously they have a lot of those together. They work together, they work on music together. That one to me does make sense. And then we have the World card, you know, and I was just hearing in my head, like, you know, they've traveled the world together, you know, they work together, they're achieving together, celebrating together and all that stuff. I mean, overall, it doesn't seem like the friendship is too bad, but I feel like, kind of like what you said, like they butt heads a little bit, and I feel like sometimes it's probably like a roller coaster with them. Like, I don't know how to really explain it in my mind the way that I'm feeling it, but they always like get over it, but I can definitely kind of feel that cattiness and just kind of, I don't know, maybe a little gossipy too, but I don't know. I know some women are like that. It just kind of happens, but yeah. And then the last one was the Queen of Wands. And this is someone, it's usually an independent woman. You know, confident, independent woman. But one of them, I was thinking too, could be a little bit more like authoritative. Like one of them kind of, I don't know how to explain it. Like one kind of wants to be like the top dog, so to speak, more than the other one. Like the center of attention, you know? And that could be like part of the butting heads too. You know, because with someone who's so independent, you know, it could clash a little bit. Cause a little bit of clashing, I feel. So, yeah, that's what I got for now, and, you know, I can always come back to them in the future, but that's what I got. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much again for the requests, and again, if you or anybody else has any other requests, please feel free to comment below, and thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting me with infinite gratitude, and I hope you have a fantastic night. Bye!